All right, Godlings, disclaimer before I say this, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not telling people to not get tested, okay? Colon cancer, that's a big deal. I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm not telling you to not get tested. However, be very careful about this, okay? I'm very careful about this because I've been around for a while. I've seen some things. I pay attention, okay? The VA keeps sending me this test and they want me to do this. And the one part that gets me is I understand sales, right? And high pressure sales tactics, okay? I understand that. And they try to get you to act, they get you all frazzled and they get you to do something, okay? For one, okay? Now, but they keep sending me this, and then they send me a letter saying, "Oh, we noticed you haven't sent this," and it seems aggressive to me. It's like, why are you so on this? Now, I'm not saying this is true or not, but like I said, I've been around. So my guess is, no matter if it's positive or negative, I send in that test, and what they're going to send back is, "Oh, we've determined there's precancerous cells and you should schedule a colonoscopy," right? And then they get you to go in the hospital and yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden you're trapped into this cycle, okay? Now, this is why I'm hesitant to do that. Well, a couple reasons why I'm hesitant. For one, if I get cancer, it's probably going to be lung cancer because I've been a smoker for years. I mean, I'm still all right, but still, I mean, if I'm going to get it, I mean, it seems like they would edge in on that because I've been a lifelong smoker. It seems like they would edge in on lung cancer stuff, but no, they're going to pressure me on colon cancer. Well, anywho, so the one thing is, it reminds me of when I took my car in to get worked on years and years ago, right? And I already know their tactics, and they didn't like it because they couldn't pull the wool over my eyes, and they treated me very differently after. I was like, "Oh, too bad, too bad, Yeah, it sucks to be you that I'm not an idiot." But he's pointing at the undercarriage of my car. He says, see right there? It's showing some wear right there. I'm like, "But wait on, I drove it here for a while. I've been driving all over the place. Of course it's going to show wear, you know?" So I understand sales and high pressure tactics and all that crap for one. But that's what it reminds me of. And honestly, at this point, I mean, I could feel totally different if something happens. But at this point in my life, everything's a scam to me. And if a bunch of people are doing one thing, I'm not going to go do that because I already know what happens. Okay, I've met not a lot of people, but I've met a fair amount of people who had one sort of cancer or the other, and then they get going to their treatments. Maybe one person I've known had survived the treatments and was cancer free. I'm sure it might be higher than that because I don't know all the people that, But my thing is, if I get some debilitating disease or fatal disease, I don't want to know. I really don't. And if I do end up getting it, I'm probably not likely to go through their treatments because I've just seen those treatments make people sicker and they end up dying anyway. It makes them sicker because, so... But it's funny because it's like, they're just really aggressive about it. And that alone kind of sets me off. It's like, why, no. Anytime they're like pushing and like, "Oh, yeah," it's like, I'm like, no, stay right away from me with that crap. But the medical industry, I'm not convinced that they're worried about your well-being. Anytime there's money involved, they're probably not worried about your well-being. They're worried about money, okay? That's all. They're worried about money because I like that whole industry generates a lot of income from that sort of thing. So, I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not saying to not get tested if you need to or want to, but just be careful, And honestly, I mean, there's certain life choices that people do make that make you predisposed to that. And I tend to do things differently than other people. So, not saying I won't get lung cancer, but not saying I won't get colon cancer either. But, I don't go out and eat a bunch of McDonald's and Wendy's and all this crap that kind of gives you that stuff. I think that's a big part of it. But You know, like I said, I don't know, but I mean, honestly, seriously, at this point, even if I get some fatal disease, I don't care. I don't, because I'm gonna die at some point anyway. And the longer I stick around here, why would I want to do that? You know. But everything on this planet is a scam anyway. Some are worse than others. Some you make out better than others. You know, but you know, like even a microwave, selling you a microwave, that's a scam. No one needs a microwave. It makes things a little easier, but it's a scam. But it's an all right scam because the microwave does come in handy, right? So, you know, but then there's some things that are just complete scams, not worth your time, attention, or money. So just think that. Just remember that, okay? But they ain't getting my poop. No poop for you.